Hello everybody, welcome back to Seafarer, the ship sim. Now we have a new update to check out today before we set sail on the big Willy, and that is they added working wipers. You can turn all the wipers on if you would like, or you can actually use the different zones to turn them on or off. Open up the tablet, go to the fleet page, and you can see over here on the right hand side, there's Willy right there. You need to be level 10 to unlock it, and it costs 50,000 credits. You might be wondering, how did I buy the Willy so quickly? Well, I'll show you. Open up the tablet, and you can see we're down here in Statach right now, or Statak, I'm not really sure the name of this port. But if you go to patrol, you'll see the reward right here is 6,840. If you go to your fleet, if you own a rigid, which you should by now, you can swap to that vessel. Make sure you're fueling this thing up, and what you want to do is exactly what I'm going to show you. Now go back to your fleet, go to fuel, make sure this thing is all the way to 100%. Let's open up the map and make some good little waypoints here, and we're going to head out to that direction right there. Hit up, and we start the fast travel, and now all you need to do is find that ship. Open up the binoculars. We're gonna check this one first. That is the one we want to talk to. Okay, cool, so we put that away. We get close, we open up the radio, we talk to them, and they say, sure, I have nothing to hide, come on board. Go ahead and dock the ship there. We go to swap onto here, and then now we can go in and go to teleportation, go to the bridge, and we can start inspecting everything we need to for this particular inspection. All right, last one there, and hopefully we get to have a good journey too, if we talk to the captain. And lucky again, cool. So we don't have to escort them back. Very simple, we just go ahead and teleport back to the deck, and then we want to go find our little boat, which is right down there. We're gonna go ahead and swap to it, and then all you have to do is get back in here, undock, and then that is that. You just made 6,480 credits. See right there, 400 XP. Simply open up the map, and then you want to go just outside of here, plan a waypoint, set it, fast travel, and then just rinse and repeat. You know, fill it up with fuel and just do the same thing, but fast travel that and farm out that, because you're going to be making so much more money than if you were doing anything else right now. Now we do have 31,141, so we can level up our Willy, which we're going to do. I'm going to actually do as much as I possibly could there. We can also upgrade our equipment here, but look how expensive it gets just to do simple upgrades. We definitely want some resources on board so we are not caught off guard in case something goes wrong. So we need to assign an engineer, so we're going to do exactly that. And we need an officer, which we have Nina right now, or we can get a better officer down here with one of these. And I think I'm going to do it because we've had a low ranked officer for a while, so we want somebody who knows what they're doing. All right, we have bulk transport to Crescentport we're doing today. It's not paying out a whole lot, but that's okay. So we need to open up all of the cargo hatches. Remember to use the quick teleports because it's a lot easier than you know, navigating that entire bridge. It looks like we can use any cargo hatch we want here. They just want one open, so we're gonna choose this one today. There we go, it's opening up. And we don't have any rain dropping on us today, which is wonderful. So there we go. Now we need to just load gravel into here before we get going. You know what? We're gonna work smart, not harder, and we're going to open up the latch that's down here by the gravel. Yep, that makes a lot more sense because the gravel pit is right behind it. All right, drop it in there. All right, I'm gonna keep working on this. We're gonna get it filled up with gravel. All right, that is all of the gravel that was needed to be loaded. Now we're just gonna close up the cargo hold. Here's the terminal. Go ahead and close it. And we're gonna be ready to start heading out to Crescentport. And dock at the marked pier is what it says to do. All right, I checked that the load was secure. All right, fantastic. So everybody says that we're good to go. We're gonna hop into here and we're gonna go ahead and undock. We're ready to get this thing rolling. Now we need to move forward and then slightly to the left because this vessel does not have side thrusters, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So we're gonna take it nice and easy here. Getting out of the port. Hit that horn a little bit. Why not? And we're already off to the races. Just got to be real careful getting out of here. Yeah, not having side thrusters really sucks because you really have to just baby this thing off of the port. We have that yacht up there just kind of being an idiot. What are they doing? All right, we're nice and clear of that. We start that left turn and point her out to sea. A little bit more power coming up. Need full left. Full left now. So this thing is quite docile. It does not turn on a dime. So you have to really be ahead of the vessel. That is what we are learning here today. All right, we're full left on the rudder and bringing this thing up to about 50% power here, but we are slowly taking our time getting out of here because of this vessel right here that is just coming to a stop. What an idiot. What are you doing, dude? I don't think they know what they're doing. We are leaving the port finally, and they figured their life out, which is wonderful to see. Thank you very much, people. All right, we're bringing this thing up to power now. We're gonna be running this thing at about 80%, but once we put it on the autopilot with the crew member, I'm sure we will be running these engines a lot harder than that. So the idea is we're going to be planning our waypoints along the shipping routes, so we don't burn up so much fuel. I think we can make the cut across here. We're gonna try that. And then we're gonna get it going into this shipping route right there. And that should get us closer to the port. There's something strange with the center of gravity. It seems to really have this bobbing up and down that I wouldn't expect from a ship of this size, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's get back on course. We're holding pretty good here. Pull our power back a little bit more. So even at about 90% throttle, we're running at about 14 knots. Which is going to take forever. A little bit of traffic to our left there, sailboats and stuff, but should not be a problem for us. We're gonna go ahead and give crew control. Now, it right here says wipers. It does have wipers, we just don't have a button for it. Okay, so the wipers do work using the radial. I was wondering if that was the case, so that's actually really cool. We're about on course right now. We're gonna go ahead and give this control over to our crew member. And now he is sailing our ship at 100%. So he's going to be eating these things up alive, but it's going to be a long journey. We got 20 nautical miles to get to Crescentport. I love the grime on the window too. This is so cool having a big, massive ship like this. And I know I didn't go over it last time in the video, but I'm going to go ahead and go down to the engine room just to show it to you in case you are new to this particular vessel. It's pretty darn cool. We're on deck 1. We got to go even lower. All the way down. Open the door, and then we can go ahead and go down here to the engine room. And now you see this whole massive room down here. Pretty darn cool. It's a massive engine. In here we have all of the usual things. You got the pump unit here. And the air filter system is different. We have 3 engines total. to manage. But it's pretty darn cool, right? Currently, we are about a quarter of the way in our journey as we enter Helgen Bay, and we are going to be continuing out this way towards this little town of Helgen before making that north turn to head back up there. So we should make it there probably tomorrow afternoon, I would imagine. But right now, so far so good. We haven't hit any storms. Hey, it started raining, so now we can actually use wipers. Look at that. You see the rain accumulating on the window, but not like streaking. No, it is streaking a little bit there. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the wipers. And look at that. It does remove it ever so slightly. It's kind of lazily behind the physical wiper, but it does work, which is really cool. We're just about 3.2 nautical miles offshore, and yeah, seas are getting a little more rough now, but I think we're gonna be just fine here. But very cool to see the wipers being used. Remember, the game is still early access, and they're working on it constantly. It's been getting a lot of updates, which is really cool to see. So I'm happy where it's at now, and looking forward to more updates in the near future. Give him a little bit of the horn. We are rolling in now. It's the first one here on the left, it looks like. So we pull our power back to about 80%. We're going to roll it back a little bit further. There we go. Straighten out the rudder a little bit here. Get ready for this turn on in. Using all of this up so we don't have a bad angle coming into the port. This is looking pretty good here. Pull our power back a little bit more. I'm going to start a gradual turn to the left. Ever so slightly. Go ahead and just go full left right now. Just get that bow pointed in the right direction. The wind is kind of bouncing all over the place. We've had it from the starboard side. We now have it from the port side, but it's very windy, 23 meters per second. And we were right on the time. I knew we were going to get here in the afternoon, and that's pretty much been the case so far. Boy, this is going to be a pain in the butt without any bow thrusters or anything like that. We're going to do the best we can. I'm just going to keep it going all the way left. I think we're in a good spot here. It can be a little deceiving sometimes. Might have been a little too late on the turn, but I think we're going to be all right because it's kind of a weird... Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just straighten it out here. And we're going to put it in reverse and cut it back this way. We do have room over there, so we should be fine. But yeah, the wind just kind of knocking us around a little bit. There we go. Forward now, a little bit. Let's see what it does. It should just push us to the left, the wind. Let's go left rudder here. Bring up that power. Using those big 3 massive engines. There we go, straighten it out. Now we should be in a much better spot here. We're not blocking traffic. Nobody around us right now. Everybody's pretty much parked up. I saw one sailboat going out when we were coming in. Very brave in this weather. They didn't seem too bothered by it. All right, now, yeah, pretty much just straight ahead right now. And then once we get the little pop-up, we'll know how close we are to make adjustments as we need to. Let's go about 70% on the throttle. There we go. Now we're looking good. I do like the ambiance you get from the rain. It's pretty neat. So total trip time, I would say it probably took about an hour and 45 minutes or so, give or take. Yeah, I'd say an hour and 45 today. So you can imagine, you know, going across the map, even the early access map, it'd take you a few hours. It is a lot bigger than you think it is. Okay, now we have the wind at our stern. A little more to the port side here. Just to try to get this thing nice and even. I'm gonna power back a little bit more. There we go. We got it yellow now. Keep it right centered on the rudder. You're a little far to the left, but that's actually not that bad. Let's bring the power back a little bit more. It's kind of, you know, want to just float into this spot here. You can probably kill the power completely. Don't get in reverse. Yeah, just let it do its thing. I think this is a good spot here. But man, it's not going to be fun unloading this in the rain, that's for certain. We have to clear it from the freighter to one of those slips. But they have 4 massive cranes here for this, which is pretty cool. All right, a little bit more power than that. We nailed it. Look at that. Right on. You see that little triangle there on that middle where it says hold A to dock? I mean, we couldn't have been any better than that, honestly. Don't turn it now. Don't screw it up. That's pretty much exactly where you want to be. Now let's go to a little bit of reverse as we get this thing centered. Let's kill it right to 0. Just like that. We're at 0.6 and they're going to throw the ropes out. We did it. Look at that. We made it. Now it's time to go down and open up so we can clear the cargo. I assume we're going to be unloading the one that we first did here. Not that one, but this one. And open up the hatches on the other side, of course. All right, let's open it up. There we go. Wonderful. And now we clear the cargo with the crane. All right, let's make sure all our lights are on, and they are. Move this thing to the left so we can get in a better spot here. There's the gravel right there that we loaded. Pretty long journey for some gravel, right? All right, let's load it on up. Beautiful. And we just put it in this little spot over here. Simple as that. So we're gonna keep working at this. And that's the wrong lot there. They want it over here. Okay. You got it, bud. Oh, they say I can put it down there. Really? Okay. Easy enough. This is the last one? Yes, it is. All right. Let's put it over here. Still raining this entire time. The whole time we're working. Drop it down into about right there. Beautiful. Now we just have to close the cargo holds. If you've been playing Seafarer, let me know how you've been going about with the new ships, what you think of it. Let me know in the comments below. I've been having a blast with them. It's cool to finally have something massive, you know, to operate instead of the small ships. All right, I think they are going to be happy about that, and we are too. We only made 3,420, so not much there, but 340 XP regardless. If you want to see more Seafarer, the ship sim, check out this video where we checked out the new updates, including the LNG as well.